Let me ask you something. Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt like your knees betrayed you? That moment when your legs hesitate. When you feel that sudden weakness, that wobble, that crackle deep in the joint, almost like your body is trying to whisper something back at you. I've seen it time and time again in my patients. And not just once or twice. I've seen strong, proud, independent people, teachers, retired firefighters, mothers who raised 5 children, sit across from me, look down at their legs, and ask the same painful question. Why does something that used to be so easy feel so hard now? It's not just about pain. No, pain is one thing. But fear? The fear of falling. The fear of not getting back up. The fear of depending on someone else to do something as simple as walk to the bathroom. That's what really hurts. And if you're watching this today, maybe you've felt that fear. Maybe you've noticed the little changes. Getting out of bed takes more effort. Your morning walk isn't quite as steady. That step down the porch? Suddenly you're looking for a handrail, just in case. Here's the good news, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not powerless. As a doctor with more than 20 years of experience in internal medicine and senior health, I can tell you something with absolute confidence. One of the most overlooked causes of weakness in the legs, joints, and muscles after age 60 is something we can do something about. It's not just aging. It's collagen loss. Collagen is the protein that holds your body together. Literally. It's what gives your joints cushioning, your tendons strength, your muscles their structure. But after age 30, your body begins to produce less collagen each year. By the time you're 60 or older, you may have lost nearly half of your natural collagen. That's like trying to build a house with half the bricks. Your joints creak. Your legs feel unstable. Your balance slips. You move less, and moving less means you lose even more muscle and strength. It's a vicious cycle. But here's the breakthrough, and it's something I share with my own patients, not just in clinics, but in everyday life. You don't have to rely on expensive injections. You don't need the latest miracle pill from a flashy TV ad. Sometimes, the most powerful medicine isn't found in a bottle. It's in your kitchen. Real, natural foods, many of them simple, familiar, and affordable, can give your body the raw materials it needs to rebuild. Foods rich in collagen, or that help your body make more of it, can actually nourish your joints. They can help bring back flexibility, reduce inflammation, and yes, rebuild strength where you thought it was lost forever. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through 10 of the most powerful collagen-supporting foods you can add to your life starting today. These aren't exotic ingredients from across the world. These are real foods, tested by science, trusted by generations, and proven to help people over 60 move with less pain and more confidence. If your legs feel stiff, if your knees ache more than they used to, or if you simply want to protect your independence for years to come, stay with me. Because the next few minutes could change the way you move through life. Let's get started. Before we talk about the foods that restore strength, we need to understand what's being lost in the first place. Why does aging hit the legs, joints, and muscles so hard, and what role does collagen play? I want you to picture something. Imagine your joints, your knees, hips, ankles, as gears in a finely tuned machine. When you're young, those gears are well-oiled. They rotate smoothly, silently, with minimal effort. But over time, the lubrication wears thin. Friction builds up. Movement becomes rough, strained, even painful. That oil in the analogy? That's collagen. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body. Think of it as the scaffolding that holds your body together. It makes up your skin, your bones, your tendons, ligaments, cartilage, even the muscles in your legs rely on collagen to stay elastic, stable, and resilient. But here's the reality, by the time you reach 60, your collagen production has dropped dramatically. You're making far less than you did at 30, and the decline only accelerates from there. This isn't just a cosmetic issue. It's not about wrinkles. This is about functionality. Without enough collagen, Your cartilage thins, which leads to grinding pain in your knees and hips. Your ligaments and tendons stiffen, making every movement feel like a stretch. Your muscles lose their firmness, and your legs start to feel weak and unreliable. And perhaps most importantly, your balance suffers. Your brain no longer trusts your body to hold itself up, and that leads to hesitation, fear, and falls. And falls, for seniors, are no small matter. One fall can change everything. So why aren't we talking about this more? Why are so many people struggling silently, thinking this is just normal aging? Because collagen loss is silent. It happens slowly. You don't notice it overnight. But one day, you go to stand up, and something feels off. Your legs feel shaky. You're not in control. You don't know why. Well, now you do. But here's where things get hopeful. Because while your body may not produce collagen like it used to, you can still support it. In fact, research shows that what you eat directly impacts your body's ability to produce, preserve, and rebuild collagen. We're not talking about magic pills or synthetic powders. We're talking about real food. Food that delivers the amino acids, vitamins, and minerals your body needs to keep rebuilding what time has taken away. And no, it's not too late. Even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, you can help your joints become more flexible, reduce that morning stiffness, and feel more secure in your own legs. I've seen it in my own patients. People who couldn't walk without a cane suddenly going for strolls in the park again. Not because of surgeries or drugs, but because they started giving their body what it needed all along. So, what kinds of foods help? Some deliver collagen directly, like bone broth or fish skin. Others provide the building blocks, like proline, glycine, lysine, and vitamin C. And others help your body preserve the collagen you already have by fighting inflammation and oxidative damage, like berries and leafy greens. Together, they form a natural toolkit. One that supports your cartilage, lubricates your joints, strengthens your muscles, and gives you back a sense of freedom and confidence with every step you take. In the next sections, I'm going to walk you through 10 of the most powerful collagen-rich and collagen-boosting foods, one by one. I'll explain what makes each food special, how it works inside your body, and how you can easily add it to your routine, even if you're not a gourmet chef. Because the truth is, eating for strong legs and healthy joints doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be intentional. Let's begin with a humble classic, something your grandmother might have called liquid gold. Let's start with one of the most ancient, trusted, and powerful sources of healing for the human body, bone broth. I call it liquid gold, not just because of its rich, golden color when simmered properly, but because of what it does inside your body. Especially for aging joints, weak legs, and tired muscles. Now, I want to clear something up. Bone broth is not some trendy health fad. Long before collagen supplements hit store shelves, long before we had clinical trials and nutritional science, grandmothers around the world were simmering bones on the stove for hours, sometimes days, to extract every last drop of nourishment from them. And they were onto something. Because bone broth isn't just comforting. It's clinically nourishing. Here's why. When you slowly simmer bones, especially joint-rich bones like chicken feet, beef knuckles, or marrow bones, you unlock an incredible cocktail of nutrients. Gelatin, which turns into collagen when cooled. Amino acids like glycine and proline, the very building blocks your body needs to produce more collagen. And minerals like magnesium, calcium, phosphorus, all essential for bone and joint health. Now let's talk about the science. In recent years, studies have confirmed what many cultures have known for generations: collagen-rich bone broth helps reduce joint pain, improves flexibility, and supports overall mobility. One study showed that individuals who added collagen-rich foods, including bone broth, to their diet for just 12 weeks reported significantly less joint stiffness, especially in the knees. That's not speculation. That's biology in motion. Why does it work so well? Because the collagen in bone broth is easily absorbed. It travels through your digestive tract and becomes part of the rebuilding process in your connective tissues. Think of it like patching up cracks in a sidewalk, but from the inside out. And the benefits go beyond your joints. Collagen from bone broth can also support skin elasticity, helping reduce that papery, thinning effect of aging skin. Gut health, by soothing the digestive lining and reducing inflammation. And even sleep quality, thanks to glycine's calming effect on the nervous system. But for our purposes today, we're focused on legs and joints. And this is one food I recommend again and again. Now, you may be wondering, do I have to make it myself? Not necessarily. Homemade is ideal because you can control the quality of ingredients, but low-sodium, organic store-bought bone broth is a solid option, too. Just make sure it's real broth, not just flavored water. Look for slow-simmered, long-cooked varieties that use bones, not just meat. Here's how to use it. Sip a warm mug in the morning instead of coffee. Use it as a base for soups and stews. Cook your rice or grains in it for added nutrients. Add it to sauces, marinades, or even blend into smoothies. Yes, some do that. Just 2 or 3 servings a week can make a real difference. It's gentle on the stomach, deeply nourishing, and easy to digest, which makes it perfect for older adults who want results without stress on the body. The bottom line? Bone broth isn't a trend. It's a tool. A way to rebuild what time has worn down, not with pills, but with purpose. And now that we've filled your cup with collagen, let's move to the C. Because the next food on our list brings a different kind of collagen, one that works faster, absorbs better, and soothes joints from the inside out. Let's talk about fish. Now, let's step away from the stovetop and cast our attention to the ocean, because some of the most powerful joint-healing nutrients come from beneath the waves. When we talk about collagen-rich foods for aging joints and weak legs, few things deliver faster, more targeted results than fatty fish, especially when you eat the skin. I'm talking about fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies. These aren't just sources of protein. They're nutritional powerhouses that bring a double benefit to your body: marine collagen and omega-3 fatty acids. Let's start with the collagen. The collagen found in marine sources, especially in fish skin, is uniquely bioavailable. That means your body absorbs it faster and more efficiently than collagen from land animals. Once it enters your bloodstream, it gets to work helping rebuild the delicate cartilage inside your knees, hips, and ankles. The kind of cushioning you need to walk without pain, to squat, stretch, and climb stairs without fear. And don't throw away the skin. That crispy piece that many people peel off? That's where the highest concentration of collagen is found. If you're roasting salmon, leave the skin on. If you're enjoying sardines, eat them whole. This isn't just tradition, it's therapy. Now let's talk about omega-3 fatty acids, the healthy fats that help put out the fire of inflammation inside your joints. Chronic inflammation is a silent destroyer. It breaks down cartilage, stiffens tendons, and leaves your joints feeling swollen and achy. But omega-3s act like internal firefighters. They cool the system, reduce swelling, and restore smooth movement. In one clinical trial, older adults who regularly consumed omega-3 rich fish reported less morning stiffness, improved joint function, and a lower need for pain medication. Even more impressive? These results were observed after just a few weeks of consistent intake. As a physician, I often tell my patients, eating fatty fish is like giving your joints a soothing oil change from the inside. And unlike synthetic supplements, fish offers the full nutritional package. Complete protein for muscle maintenance. Vitamin D to support bone health. Selenium, B12, and iodine, all critical for senior vitality. So how much should you eat? Aim for 2 servings of fatty fish per week. 1 grilled salmon fillet and 1 salad with canned mackerel or sardines, and you're well on your way. Here are some easy ways to get started. Roast salmon in the oven with olive oil, lemon, and herbs. Add sardines or smoked mackerel to whole grain toast. Mix canned salmon into patties or salads. Try anchovies in pasta sauces or over roasted vegetables. Worried about mercury? Stick to smaller fish like sardines and anchovies. They have very low mercury levels and are safe for regular consumption. And if you really don't enjoy the taste of fish, talk to your doctor about marine collagen supplements, ideally ones with third-party testing and no additives. But remember, real food always comes first. When you nourish your joints with marine collagen and omega-3s, you're doing more than easing pain. You're helping your legs feel stable again. You're giving yourself the freedom to move without fear. So next time you're planning dinner, don't skip the fish. Your joints will thank you. And now, let's turn to a food that may be sitting in your fridge already. Humble, familiar, and often underrated, yet loaded with the exact type of collagen your knees crave. Let's talk about poultry, and why you should think twice before peeling off that skin. Now, let's come back to land, to a food you probably already eat every week, maybe even without realizing how powerful it can be for your joints and legs. I'm talking about chicken, and more specifically, chicken with the skin, the bones, and the cartilage still intact. For years, people were told to remove the skin, to fear the fat, to eat only lean white meat. But here's what those old dietary rules missed: hidden in the skin, cartilage, and bones of poultry is something incredibly valuable: type 2 collagen. Let me explain. There are several types of collagen in the human body, but type 2 collagen is the kind that makes up the flexible, cushiony tissue inside your joints. It's what allows your knees to bend smoothly. It protects your hips from bone-on-bone friction. It forms the soft padding in your spine and between your ribs. And where do we find type 2 collagen in food? Primarily in chicken cartilage, skin, and bones. That's why homemade chicken soup, made from scratch, with bone-in pieces, has been considered a healing remedy across cultures for generations. It wasn't just comfort food. It was medicine in a bowl. Modern research backs this up. In one study, older adults with joint discomfort were given type 2 collagen sourced from chicken, and within 90 days, many experienced a notable reduction in joint stiffness, better mobility, and even relief from arthritis symptoms. Now, I want to be clear, we're not talking about deep-fried chicken from a fast food chain. We're talking about home-prepared poultry, cooked with care, using the parts that many people discard without realizing their value. Here's how to use poultry to your joint health advantage. Roast chicken thighs with the skin on. Simmer bone-in chicken for soups and stews. Use the leftover bones and cartilage to make a simple stock. Don't shy away from turkey necks, drumsticks, or wings. These parts are full of collagen-rich connective tissue. Beyond collagen, poultry is also a fantastic source of high-quality protein, which is absolutely essential for preserving leg strength and muscle mass as you age. Remember, your legs are made of more than just bones and joints. Your muscles, your quads, hamstrings, calves, need constant repair and rebuilding. And that requires protein. Without enough of it, even the strongest collagen support won't help. So when you eat poultry prepared with the skin and bones, you're getting a 2-for-1 benefit. Collagen for your joints. Protein for your muscles. And for many seniors, it's an easy, familiar food to prepare. No exotic recipes. No specialty ingredients. Just one note of caution: if you've been told by your doctor to limit saturated fat due to specific heart conditions, talk to them about the right portion sizes and preparation methods for you. Baking, roasting, or simmering are better choices than frying. Bottom line? Chicken isn't just a dinner staple. It's a secret source of joint rebuilding nutrients, hiding right under the skin. So next time you're about to peel it off and throw it away, pause. Your knees, hips, and ankles might need exactly what's in that golden, crispy layer. Now, from poultry, let's move to something small, something you may have cracked open this morning without giving it much thought. Let's talk about eggs, and why this simple food holds more joint-building power than you ever imagined. Let's take a closer look at one of the most familiar foods in your kitchen, something you may have had for breakfast today without even realizing just how powerful it is for your joints, muscles, and overall mobility. I'm talking about eggs. At first glance, eggs might not seem like a collagen-rich food. And it's true, they don't contain collagen directly the way bone broth or chicken skin does. But here's the secret: they provide the exact nutrients your body needs to produce collagen on its own. Let me explain how that works. To build collagen, your body requires specific amino acids, the raw materials of protein. Two of the most important ones: proline and lysine. These amino acids act as scaffolding, the framework on which collagen molecules are built. And where do you find proline in abundance? Egg whites. That's right. That soft, white part of the egg you scramble, poach, or boil contains one of the most critical ingredients for collagen production. When you eat egg whites regularly, you're essentially handing your body the tools it needs to repair damaged cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. But we can't forget the yolk, the golden center that's often misunderstood. Egg yolks provide zinc, copper, and selenium, minerals that act like activation keys for collagen production. Without them, your body simply can't assemble collagen effectively. These minerals also help reduce joint inflammation and protect existing collagen from breakdown. And here's something most people don't know. Right between the eggshell and the egg white is a thin membrane, barely visible, often discarded. That eggshell membrane is naturally rich in collagen. While we don't typically eat it directly, boiling eggs may allow small amounts of its nutrients to seep into the white. So even in this small way, eggs can contribute more than we think. Now, let's address a common concern: cholesterol. Many of my older patients say, "Doctor, I've been avoiding eggs for years because of my cholesterol." And while that concern made sense in the past, today we know better. Multiple studies have shown that moderate egg consumption, 1 per day for most healthy adults, does not increase the risk of heart disease. In fact, eggs are part of a balanced, nutrient-rich diet that supports healthy aging. Here are some easy ways to enjoy eggs. Boiled as a protein-packed snack. Scrambled with spinach or greens for a collagen-boosting breakfast. Poached and served over whole grains or roasted vegetables. Baked into casseroles, muffins, or low-carb frittatas. And if you're concerned about fat intake, use one whole egg with extra whites. That way you get the proline-rich whites plus the yolk's nutrients without overdoing saturated fats. Eggs are affordable, accessible, and endlessly versatile. But more importantly, they are a functional food, one that works silently behind the scenes to help your body build stronger joints, better muscle tone, and greater resilience against injury. They're small. They're simple. But don't underestimate them. Now that we've covered something savory, let's sweeten things up, just a little. Because up next is a group of tiny, colorful fruits that not only protect your joints, but also help preserve the collagen you already have. Let's talk about berries, and why they may be one of the smartest choices you can make for long-term joint health. Now let's shift gears and talk about something a little sweeter, small, vibrant, and bursting with flavor. I'm talking about berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. These tiny fruits may look delicate, but they deliver a powerful punch when it comes to protecting your joints and preserving collagen. Here's the key idea. Berries don't contain collagen themselves. But what they do offer is just as valuable: they help your body preserve and produce collagen naturally. How? Let's start with vitamin C, one of the most critical nutrients in collagen synthesis. Without vitamin C, your body can't produce new collagen. Period. It's like trying to build a bridge without steel. Vitamin C acts as a cofactor, a helper molecule that links together the amino acids glycine and proline into a stable collagen structure. And guess what? Just 1 cup of strawberries provides almost 100% of your daily vitamin C needs. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries also contribute, and they do so in a way that's gentle on your blood sugar and easy to enjoy in everyday meals. But there's more. Berries contain a special group of antioxidants called anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give berries their deep red, blue, and purple hues, and they are incredible inflammation fighters. Inflammation is one of the most destructive forces in aging joints. It breaks down collagen. It stiffens the cartilage. It causes pain, swelling, and loss of flexibility. But anthocyanins help stop that process in its tracks. They neutralize oxidative stress and slow the cellular damage that leads to joint degeneration. In fact, studies have shown that people who consume berries regularly have lower levels of joint inflammation, reduced stiffness, and even improved mobility in weight-bearing joints like knees and hips. In other words, eating berries may not just help you feel better, it may help you move better, too. As a doctor, I love recommending berries to my senior patients because they're naturally sweet, easy to digest, rich in fiber, and versatile across meals. You can enjoy them in countless ways. Add fresh berries to your morning oatmeal. Blend frozen berries into a smoothie with spinach and almond milk. Sprinkle them over Greek yogurt for a powerful joint-friendly snack. Or just keep a bowl of washed strawberries on the counter for easy snacking. And unlike many processed sweets, berries help manage blood sugar, not spike it. That's especially important for older adults who may be managing diabetes, prediabetes, or metabolic syndrome. Here's a simple reminder I give my patients. If you want to keep your collagen, feed your body what it needs to defend it. Berries act like bodyguards, protecting the collagen you have, supporting new production, and calming the chronic inflammation that wears your joints down. So the next time you reach for a snack, skip the cookies and go for the berries. Your knees, hips, and legs will thank you for it. And now, let's keep the vitamin C theme going, because the next group of foods is just as colorful, just as healing, and even more iconic when it comes to collagen support. Let's talk about citrus fruits, nature's original medicine for aging joints. We've already seen how important vitamin C is for collagen, and now it's time to talk about the fruits that are absolutely packed with it. I'm talking about citrus fruits, oranges, lemons, limes, grapefruits, and tangerines. Bright, tangy, and refreshing, these fruits do far more than wake up your taste buds. They play a critical role in the body's ability to synthesize and maintain collagen, especially the type that cushions your joints and supports your leg strength. Let's go back to the science for a moment. When your body begins the process of collagen production, it needs three key things: amino acids, like proline and glycine; minerals, like zinc and copper; and vitamin C, to put everything together. Vitamin C is what links those amino acids together to form a stable collagen molecule. Without it, the process breaks down. That's why one of the first signs of vitamin C deficiency, even in mild cases, is joint pain, fatigue, and reduced muscle strength. Now, most adults aren't severely deficient. But many are running low, especially after 60. That's because as we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing and using certain nutrients. Add in medications or chronic illnesses, and the demand for vitamin C goes up even more. That's where citrus fruits come in. A single medium orange gives you over 70 milligrams of vitamin C, which covers nearly 100% of your daily requirement. And beyond that, citrus fruits contain bioflavonoids, which help strengthen capillaries and improve circulation to joint tissue; potassium, which helps reduce muscle cramps and improves hydration; antioxidants, which protect your existing collagen from breaking down. There's even research showing that people with higher vitamin C intake have less cartilage loss in the knees and slower progression of osteoarthritis, particularly in weight-bearing joints like the hips and legs. That means fewer aches, better mobility, and greater freedom to move independently. Here are some simple ways to include citrus in your daily routine. Add a splash of lemon to your morning water. Enjoy a grapefruit half with breakfast. Keep clementines or tangerines in your bag for easy snacking. Use lime juice to brighten soups, beans, or fish dishes. Or top your salads with orange slices and olive oil for a refreshing joint-supporting combo. One important note: if you're taking certain medications, like statins, blood pressure pills, or blood thinners, talk to your doctor before eating large amounts of grapefruit. It can interfere with how some drugs are metabolized. In those cases, stick to oranges, lemons, or limes, all of which deliver similar benefits without the medication risks. The takeaway is simple. If you want your body to rebuild collagen, you have to give it the spark to do so. And citrus fruits are that spark, a natural, delicious, and accessible way to keep your joints strong and your legs moving with ease. Now, let's take things a little deeper, into your salad bowl. Because what's hiding in your leafy greens may be one of the strongest defenders of your joint health yet. Now let's talk about a group of foods that often fly under the radar: leafy greens. You've seen them on your plate for years. Spinach, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, broccoli. They're the foods we know we should eat, but we don't always realize just how much they can protect our joints, bones, and muscles, especially after 60. Here's the thing, these vegetables may not contain collagen themselves, but they're packed with the raw materials your body needs to create and protect collagen from the inside out. Let's break it down. Leafy greens are rich in vitamin C, essential for collagen synthesis. Vitamin K, crucial for bone strength and reducing joint inflammation. Magnesium, helps relax tight muscles and supports enzyme functions. Calcium, the cornerstone of healthy bones. Folate, supports tissue repair. And most importantly, a unique compound called sulforaphane. Now, sulforaphane is a natural antioxidant found in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, and Brussels sprouts. Its job? To slow down the breakdown of cartilage, the flexible tissue that cushions your joints and prevents bones from rubbing together. Think of sulforaphane as a protective shield. It doesn't just support collagen, it helps guard it from damage caused by aging, inflammation, and wear and tear. And here's what many people overlook: when your bones are strong, your joints don't have to work as hard. That means less stress, less pain, and better mobility. For many of my senior patients, I've seen real transformation simply from adding more greens into their diet, not fancy supplements, not expensive treatments, but daily doses of nutrients from food. The great thing is, you don't need to eat piles of raw salad every day to benefit. Here are some practical, enjoyable ways to add leafy greens into your meals. Sauté spinach or kale with garlic and olive oil. Add broccoli to soups, stir-fries, or casseroles. Toss collard greens into slow-cooked beans or stews. Blend frozen spinach into a smoothie with berries and banana. Mix chopped greens into scrambled eggs or pasta. One quick note for those on blood thinners like warfarin: leafy greens are rich in vitamin K, which can affect how your medication works. But that doesn't mean you need to avoid them, it just means you need to be consistent. Eat a steady amount each week, and your doctor can adjust your dosage accordingly. The bottom line? Don't underestimate what's in your salad bowl. Leafy greens may seem humble, but they're doing a quiet, powerful job, protecting your joints, nourishing your bones, and keeping your legs strong. So next time you think about skipping the vegetables, remember this: the stronger your foundation, the easier every step becomes. And speaking of powerful foundations, let's head back to the ocean. Because hidden inside some very small sea creatures are nutrients that your joints simply can't function without. Let's talk about shellfish and the minerals that make collagen stronger. Let's dive back into the ocean, but this time, we're not talking about fish. We're talking about the small but mighty creatures that live in shells, oysters, mussels, clams, and shrimp. Now, you might not think of shellfish as joint food. They don't contain collagen directly. But what they do contain are two of the most important minerals your body needs to build and maintain collagen: zinc and copper. Let me explain. Think of collagen like a complex building. You need the bricks, amino acids like proline and glycine, but you also need the nails, screws, and tools to hold it all together. That's where zinc and copper come in. Without them, your body can't properly assemble collagen, no matter how much protein or vitamin C you consume. And guess what? Oysters are one of the richest sources of zinc on the planet. Just 1 or 2 oysters can provide your full daily requirement, and then some. Clams and shrimp also contribute meaningful amounts, along with protein and anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids. Let's not forget copper. It may be needed in smaller quantities, but it plays a huge role in stabilizing collagen molecules and supporting bone development. Shellfish deliver both in one neat little package. But the benefits don't stop there. Shellfish are also low in calories and high in lean protein, a source of vitamin B12 essential for energy and muscle function, packed with omega-3s which reduce joint inflammation and morning stiffness. And they're incredibly versatile. You can add shrimp to a salad or stir-fry. Enjoy a bowl of steamed mussels with garlic and herbs. Toss canned smoked oysters into whole grain pasta. Add clams to soups, chowders, or tomato-based sauces. For older adults who want to support their joints but may struggle with red meat or heavy meals, shellfish can be a lighter, gentler option that still delivers results. Now, a few quick precautions. Always make sure shellfish are cooked thoroughly, especially for seniors. If you have a shellfish allergy, these are obviously off the table. And if you deal with gout, check with your doctor. Certain shellfish can trigger flare-ups in sensitive individuals. That said, for most older adults, adding shellfish once or twice a week can make a meaningful difference in joint health, not by supplying collagen directly, but by arming your body with the minerals it needs to build it from within. From the sea to the supper table, the right foods can truly be your medicine. And speaking of powerful but forgotten foods, the next one on our list might surprise you. It's not for everyone, but its benefits are too impressive to ignore. Let's talk about organ meats and the nutritional goldmine hiding in liver, heart, and kidneys. Now, I want to introduce you to a food group that's often forgotten, even avoided, in modern kitchens. But in traditional diets around the world, these foods were prized for their strength-building, healing properties. I'm talking about organ meats, liver, heart, kidneys, even tripe and beef tongue. And if you can get past the idea of eating them, you'll discover that they're nutritional goldmines, especially when it comes to rebuilding collagen and connective tissue. Let me explain why. Organ meats are rich in type 1 and 3 collagen, the very types your tendons, ligaments, and cartilage need to stay strong and flexible. Vitamin A, which supports tissue repair and immune function. Vitamin B12, for energy, muscle strength, and nerve support. Iron and copper, which are both critical in collagen cross-linking and joint strength. And coenzyme Q10, a powerful antioxidant found in heart tissue that protects cells from degeneration. In other words, these aren't just odd cuts. They're deeply restorative foods that deliver nutrients most people are missing in a highly absorbable form. Let's take liver for example. A small portion, just a few ounces, contains more vitamin A, iron, and B12 than almost any plant or muscle meat. And these nutrients play a direct role in your body's ability to build new tissue, whether that's the skin on your arms or the cartilage in your knees. Many cultures have long used liver and heart in recovery meals, especially after illness, surgery, or childbirth. Why? Because they restore strength quickly. And if you're over 60 and noticing weakness in your legs, this may be one of the most powerful additions you can make, even once or twice a month. Now, I know what you're thinking. Doctor? I can't stand the taste. Fair enough. But you don't need to eat it daily. Even small amounts, blended into meatloaf, stews, or spreads like chicken liver pâté, can offer huge benefits without overwhelming your palate. And if you're open to trying something new, slow-cooked dishes like beef heart chili or liver and onions can be surprisingly tasty when seasoned well. Just a few words of caution. If you've been told to limit cholesterol or have gout, organ meat should be enjoyed in moderation. Aim for high-quality, pasture-raised sources whenever possible. And check with your healthcare provider if you have chronic kidney disease or iron overload conditions. Organ meats may not be glamorous, but they're dense, natural, and time-tested sources of the very nutrients aging joints and muscles crave. Up next, we'll turn to a humble staple that's probably already sitting in your pantry. Unassuming, plant-based, but surprisingly powerful for collagen support. Let's talk about beans. Let's wrap up our list with a humble food that doesn't get nearly enough credit: beans. Lentils, chickpeas, black beans, navy beans, they may not look like much, but these small, affordable staples are collagen-building allies hiding in plain sight. Now, let's be clear, beans don't contain collagen directly. But what they do provide is equally important: the amino acids and minerals your body needs to produce collagen naturally. Let's start with lysine and proline, two amino acids that act as the structural backbone of collagen fibers. Beans are rich in both, especially lentils and chickpeas. That means when you eat beans, you're giving your body the raw materials it needs to build stronger joints, tendons, and connective tissue. But beans don't stop there. They also provide zinc and copper, key minerals for collagen formation and stability. Magnesium, which supports muscle function and reduces cramping. Plant-based protein, essential for maintaining leg strength and preventing muscle loss. And perhaps most importantly, fiber. Why is fiber important for joint health? Because fiber helps reduce systemic inflammation, the kind that quietly wears away at your joints, cartilage, and tissues over time. A high-fiber diet has been linked to lower markers of inflammation, better weight management, and even improved insulin sensitivity, all of which matter greatly after age 60. And when you're carrying less inflammation and excess weight, your joints move more freely, with less pressure and pain. As a physician, I often recommend beans for another reason: accessibility. They're inexpensive, easy to prepare, versatile across cultures and cuisines, and shelf-stable, meaning you can keep them in your pantry for months. Here are a few simple ways to enjoy them. Add black beans to soups or tacos. Toss chickpeas into salads or roast them for a crunchy snack. Blend cooked lentils into a hearty stew or shepherd's pie. Enjoy a bowl of beans and rice, a complete protein combination. One quick tip: if you're not used to eating beans regularly, start slow. Rinse canned beans thoroughly to reduce sodium and gas. And if you're cooking dried beans, soak them overnight and cook them slowly to make them easier on your digestive system. Beans may be small, but when it comes to collagen support, they pack a serious punch. And they're one of the easiest steps you can take towards stronger legs, better balance, and more resilient joints. Now that we've walked through all 10 collagen-supporting foods, let's bring everything together with a few final words of care, encouragement, and guidance as you move forward in your journey towards strength and mobility. If you've made it this far, take a moment and breathe that in. Because right now, you're not just informed, you're empowered. You now understand something many people never do: that your body still listens to what you feed it. That even after 60, even if you've been dealing with weak legs, creaky joints, or a sense that strength is slipping away, your future is not fixed. It's moldable, rebuildable. And that rebuilding starts on your plate. Let's recap what we've learned. You've discovered 10 powerful foods that either contain collagen directly or give your body the tools it needs to make it. Bone broth, rich in gelatin and amino acids for joint repair. Fatty fish with skin, marine collagen and omega-3s to soothe inflammation. Poultry with skin and bones, a natural source of type 2 collagen for cartilage support. Eggs, complete amino acids, plus trace minerals for collagen synthesis. Berries, vitamin C and antioxidants to protect existing collagen. Citrus fruits, bright, refreshing sources of collagen-producing nutrients. Leafy greens, rich in magnesium, vitamin K, and sulforaphane to defend joint tissue. Shellfish, loaded with zinc and copper, the mineral tools for building collagen. Organ meats, nutrient-dense powerhouses with direct collagen content. Beans and legumes, affordable, plant-based collagen boosters packed with fiber and protein. And all of these come from real, natural foods, not processed powders or miracle pills. As a doctor who spent 2 decades helping older adults manage pain, weakness, and chronic disease, I can tell you, these small choices add up. Not overnight. Not in a week. But slowly, day by day, your body begins to change when it's supported consistently. And no, you don't have to overhaul everything at once. Start small. Add 1 cup of bone broth to your week. Keep berries or tangerines in the fridge. Swap white rice for lentils once in a while. Roast your chicken thighs with the skin on instead of trimming it away. These changes don't require a new lifestyle. They simply ask that you pay attention. That you treat your body, even now, as something worth strengthening, worth feeding, worth protecting. Because here's the truth, mobility is freedom. When your legs are strong, your whole world expands. You can walk, climb stairs, travel, play with grandkids, live independently, feel capable, feel confident. And that kind of freedom? It starts with how you nourish yourself. Now, before we close, I want to share a word of care. While all of the foods we discussed are natural and beneficial, every person is different. If you're living with conditions like high blood pressure, kidney disease, gout, or if you're taking medications, especially blood thinners, statins, or heart medications, please talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian before making big changes to your diet. This isn't about pushing your body. It's about supporting it with wisdom and love. Let your choices be gentle. Let your progress be steady. And most importantly, let your health be a gift you give yourself, one meal, one step, one day at a time. You deserve to move without pain. To stand tall. To walk with confidence. To age with power, not just dignity, but strength. Your next step towards stronger legs and joints? It's simple. It starts on your plate. So, which food will you begin with this week?